Over the last few days, Instagram has been flooded with black and white photos of women with the simple hashtag challenge accepted.
But what was intended as some by celebration of female empowerment has been criticised by others as a sign of vanity. So what is the true meaning behind the pictures?
Well, like many others, I also posted a
There
picture
it is.
and I'm intrigued to hear the argument of the other side of the campaign. We're going to be joined now by Kat Brown and presenter Anna Williamson. Morning to you both. So first of all, I actually didn't realise it was a campaign. I think, like a lot of people on Instagram, I was getting lots of different messages.
Do you get nominated?
Lots of some friends,
and then what do you just think it's a
it was like a sort of generic message that everybody sent the same one, to be honest. Saying I'm nominating you. It was like a private message. And then I just thought, oh, how lovely. And I saw a lot of it on Instagram and I thought, oh, you know, women backing other women. I'm always down for supporting,
So when your friends nominate you, you think, well, I can't not do it.
Exactly that. Well, that's the whole other side of it. So, you know, as a lot of people did, I posted my picture and then didn't actually realise it was until the next day, actually, that it was actually part of a bigger message, which is, to be honest, very unclear initially. So Kat, let's start with you, because this has actually caused quite a bit of controversy, hasn't it?
It really has. Amazing picture, by the way, Rochelle. And to be honest, if I had one that good, I'd have posted it as well. I actually
Black and white does wonders. Black and white does wonders.
I ended up posting a black and white picture of me from an old Wonder Bra campaign, because arguably that bra was doing more to support women than that hashtag was. I think the issue with this is that, as you say, it's not really a campaign. It's a hashtag that's been used several times before. Like back in 2016, it was used for that awfully nebulous cancer awareness, which anybody who's experienced cancer loathes, because awareness does nothing unless you back it up. It's been used to promote positivity. And then the social media journalist at the New York Times, Taylor Lorenz, was also talking to Instagram about the fact that it's also been used in Turkey to highlight women who've been killed. So there's a lot going on here, it's fair to say.
Is that your issue with it, Kat, that it is so opaque and vague?
So my issue is 100% not with women posting pictures. I mean, I think one of our roles as loyal friends on women is to immediately go, yes, queen, and then 3 fire emojis anytime a friend posts a gorgeous picture. My issue with it is that it feels very much like the old days on Facebook, when somebody, usually an aunt or somebody, would post one of those chain emails saying people are being poisoned by perfume at gas stations, at which point you'd go on Snopes.com, debunk it, and just sort of, you know, be a bit more like, why can't we be more aware of this? I think also there are so many incredibly valid and important social media campaigns doing the rounds that could use support, that it's a little bit like, why do this? And I think we're seeing from celebrities such as Jennifer Aniston, who you flagged earlier, who post their picture and go, I don't really understand what this campaign's about. Register to vote, everybody. Or Alexa Chung, who posted a picture of Breonna Taylor, who was murdered in the States by 3 policemen. These are people who are sort of starting to realise that there's no defined call to action in this hashtag, and so everybody's having to make their own.
I mean, there's certainly one way of looking at it. Anna, you could sort of argue that by saying, yes, that's right. And like I said to myself, I didn't actually know that it was a campaign when I posted. And I think a lot of people, maybe they still don't. But now it's opening up a bigger conversation, and now maybe it is shining light on what it was initially supposed to be for.
This is the thing, and I think what's really important, you know, we've coming out of a lockdown for some people in the north are going back into a lockdown. It's been a very challenging, negative time for so many people, everybody. And for me, I think any little chink of positivity and light that we can shed at this time, and especially using a platform like Instagram, which historically has, you know, it's so many potholes, aren't there, rabbit holes of Instagram, always the way, someone has to ring.
Who is it?
Who is it? Come on.
If that was my mother, I'm telling you, she's not supporting the womanhood. I'm trying to work, Mum. I'm working from home. Oh my gosh, and they're still going.
It will definitely be your mum. It will.
My mum. looking after the kids. But I think my point being on this, I am so supportive of the actual causes behind this campaign, which, as you say, I didn't realise when I posted as well. But isn't that a great thing, that we can use something that started out as just a really great positive photo, yay women, I've got fellow women's backs, and then we found out that there's a much more of an underlying cause campaign behind it that we can then educate ourselves on. We are very much in this state of education, quite rightly. I've educated myself since posting that on the Turkish femicide and the ways that you can help. There are petitions that you can help support. But I also think that I'm a life coach, I'm doing Celebs Go Dating, and very much our theme at the moment is confidence, because so many people have had their confidence and self-esteem knocked during lockdown. I know I have. I'm trying to do it all, working from home, as you can tell, trying to juggle phone calls from my mother during a live broadcast, looking after my children. I feel a bedraggled mess half the time.
Don't worry.
So for me, when I got those nominations, like you, Rochelle, in my inbox, initially I was sceptical, and I was a bit like, oh, it's like Kat just said quite rightly, another of these crazies, pass on, move on, it's just a bit vacuous and a bit pointless. But when I had like my 12th, 13th nomination from women as well that I really admire, I was really flattered. And for a knackered, frazzled mum that's trying to make ends meet at the moment, it really buoyed me up, and it gave me an opportunity to go, yay, I'm a woman. And you know what, I've got all my fellow women's backs, and thank you for making me feel a little bit less rubbish today. And I think as the top line, there's obviously a much deeper message here as well, which is super important, but as a top line, I think we over scrutinise Instagram and social media sometimes too much. It's okay, isn't it, just to sometimes post a pretty picture and go, do you know what, this is all right today, yay.
Is it all right, Kat?
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, we've got so many hashtags where you can do that already. And I think the issue here is that women supporting women just feels a little bit like one of those tiny bones that we get thrown every now and then. We're in a really difficult situation for women, which Anna just touched on there. I mean, a lot of my friends are experiencing huge problems with the lack of childcare and also being encouraged to go back into the office, and they're really being squeezed there. We've also seen a huge rise in domestic violence during lockdown, and actually quite a few people I've seen on Instagram have instead been posting like black and white pictures of crisps and then going, look, do you know what, I've just made a donation to Refuge, that's absolutely fine. I think one of the things that also makes me slightly concerned is that it feels like in some cases, the simplicity and the lack of anything backing it up of this campaign could feel like something quite soothing to very high profile celebrities who still feel quite burnt from the Black Lives Matter moment in June, where suddenly everybody was posting a black square but then hadn't researched it enough, and then were being corrected to change the hashtag to Blackout Tuesday, because all of these black squares were covering up research and information in the actual Black Lives Matter hashtag. And so I think the question here is whether this campaign as it is doing anything useful. And if not, why not just enjoy posting that amazing picture? God knows I have during lockdown. I've been like, my hair looks great today, post. But also doing something that actually matters. So, for example, the Run 5, Tag 5, Donate 5 campaign that happened on Instagram was a lovely way of people running 5K. I totally did not run 5K. I walked and then just sweated a lot.
As long as you donated your
the NHS. There are lots of things that we can do, but I don't think we need to selfie shame women into saying that the only way you're allowed to post a smoking hot black and white picture is by purporting that it is women supporting women, which, to be honest, is something women do every day anyway.
Thank you both.
Okay,
really interesting chat to you.
much.
Thank you.
Yes,
So
indeed.
it's a fascinating subject matter as well, is that how I don't think this is exclusive to being on camera or living your life as a celebrity. Just the pressure to post.
Oh, of course.
That one feels.
Well, like Anna touched on, when she got her 13th nomination, you start to go, oh, maybe I should, because everybody else is. So, you know, I totally understand that. And you also feel like you're being a little bit rude and ignoring people because they've sent you such a lovely message about, you know, loving you as a woman and allyship, exactly that.